This was wild. Let's go Venom. Mr. R. Alright, so they start on FD as well. I don't know, this is something that I just wouldn't do as Ryu, but maybe I'm just like crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't fool around with Sheik on FD if I didn't have to. So, I don't know. So Venom choosing not to take the same approach as Chonshu in the last set. Chonshu was just running up and making sure he was in Sheik's face, and Venom staying like kind of at mid-range, and it looks like he's kind of waiting for Mr. R to commit, which is really, really interesting. And Mr. R is committing. See, this is what you have to do against Sheik. He gets an up tilt, and he could do like down tilt, strong down tilt Shoryu. I mean, strong down tilt Tatsu. But instead he goes for a grab. And he goes for a mix up here. And he goes for a forward air, which isn't quite right. You can do down throw up air, and that would have connected. Down throw up air. And that would have set up for another mix up. But he does do it here, right? Yeah, he gets the up air there, and he gets 2 up airs. And see, that turns an opening that for Chonshu did about 16%. It turns it into a 30% opening just off of knowing that like you can go for that mix up instead. Misinput Tatsu, I'm assuming. Gets back. Oh no, doesn't get back to stage. The one thing that I was watching this set and I was like, he's doing wrong, is he burns his jump really early. You see right here, he gets thrown off the stage and then gets bouncing fished. And he burns his jump like immediately. And now this whole time, he just gets bouncing fished, and this time he's smart, and he waits. Kind of just throws Mr. R off a little bit, which is really, really good. So now this is even. That's a really, really good Shaku. He's placing those Shakus really, really well. Oh my god, he just mashes that for so long. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised Mr. R didn't react to this, because he literally just mashed up tilt. How long did he mash up tilt for? Like almost 2 seconds. But he does fall into it, wasn't quite ready. Or else he just didn't expect Venom to keep going with it. Which I respect that too. Yeah, needles to bouncing fish. That was really, really good. Alright, so he's having a little bit more trouble finding and opening this stock. Gravin's playing a little bit more slow. This was wild. Like this, like, down throw nair? I don't think that's true. But it might have actually been because of how Mr. R DI'd. But you can tell, like, he tries to do something here. He gets hit by this nair. And then right here, he tries to do something before he hits the ground. Right here, he tries to do a move. And because he tries to do a move, he lands with a ton of lag. And then Venom gets another nair. I don't think this is something that you should, like, go for actively. But it was a good mix-up on his part, like... It was good. And then he does down tilt, Shaku. Just like, I think to like optimize this, he could have just done another grab on his way down. Nair grab right there. And then went for more up airs. Or another nair even. But it was really, really good combo on his part. Oh, Mr. R runs into another up tilt. I think one thing that Venom also needs to improve on is he needs to convert off of one up tilt. You see how these first 2 up tilts, or yeah, even 2 up tilts, he gets this 1, 2, and then the third one, Mr. SDI is like mad out of the way. So he's really good at finding up tilts, to be completely honest. So here he gets his jump burned again right here. As soon as he gets ledge trumped, he tries to jump away. And in this case, you kind of just have to take the hit. Because like in this situation, if you take the hit and you lose your jump, like now he should be dead in that situation. But Mr. R didn't just bouncing fish immediately. He tried to do something there. I don't even know what he was going for. That fair doesn't quite kill. Bouncing fish will. So first things, I'd say just like Venom needs to hold his jump for a little bit longer. His combos are good. He's getting good openings. He just needs to hold his jumps for a little bit longer. And Ramen needs to work on his edge guarding on Ryu. Because in the situation where he has no jump and he's out that far, the only thing he can do is Tatsu. I guess he might have been able to focus attack cancel, but even so, I think bouncing fish was the correct answer. And Venom goes right back to FD. I don't quite understand this, but if he's comfortable on it, I guess that's what's important. Oh, he went for this down tilt grab is what it looked like he was going for, but he waited a long time after this strong down tilt. Like he waited a long time to start that dash, and Mr. R was ready for it. It was a good attempt though. So this is pretty tough for Venom already. He's already lost like a lot of his first stock. So he needs a really, really good opening. But as I was saying, if you're like really proficient at this matchup, it should be like 2 openings. There's the first one. He tried to go for a footstool setup here, which I respect because I go for them too. But I think in this situation, if you're going for this weak fair, which is probably your best idea. Yeah, he had 2 options here. Going for the weak fair, which puts him in a weird position because, wait, how did he do this? I think he should have gone for down air and then up tilt, nair, down air, off stage again. I think that would have just killed. But I think this is like, this is a good alternative. But when he sees Ramen fly out that far, I think you have to be able to react to that and go for a nair instead. Like right there, just go for a nair. Because he kind of loses a big opening he had there. But that's just being a little bit quicker on the combos. He does tech that. Those needles are really hard to tech on the side of FD. Really good getting back to stage there. I'm not sure why Ramen went for forward air here. He got the right read on the 50-50, but he didn't actually go for the up air. So this is right here. This is the same setup that Chonshu died to. Ramen jumps off stage to bait Venom into rolling, and he doesn't roll. He doesn't roll, doesn't jump. All right, so now they're both in kill percent. Another really good tech by Venom. The techs he's getting are like really clutch. But look at where he burns his jump here too. He's way up in the corner and he jumps. And like, he could be jumping to try and stay alive a little bit longer, but even when he's not out that far, he'll jump. So I don't think that was it. And it does put him in an awkward situation while he's recovering. He can just hold it for when he needs it. Oh my god, look at this. This is wild. Look at this up tilt. Wait, hello? Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. So he spot dodges. Look at where this up tilt connects. it connects like here, but Ramen like immediately SDIs out. So yeah, it connects like here, and Mr. R goes like way over there. Like, damn, look at how far away that hits from. It looks like he's getting hit from like miles away. Look at that. That is wild. I don't think there's anything he can confirm off of that sort of SDI. That's crazy. And gets a back air there. That was really, really good back air. He's at 186 now. Still isn't getting killed. Doesn't manage to get killed by that dash attack. Gets a nair. Doesn't get anything off of it. So here's something interesting. Right here, we see Mr. R air dodge into the ground. He does put out a hitbox right before he lands, but this is where he starts, I think where Venom starts to get the idea that Mr. R is going to be air dodging into the ground, and we'll see where that comes in later. So yet again, this is looking pretty rough for Venom. He can't really find the kill. Mr. R is definitely in kill percent, but it's looking like pretty rough for Venom. But that's the beauty of this matchup. It's never over. Goes for the random Tatsu. Oh my lord. I think that's the silliest thing, but he goes for it and he gets it a lot, so. Mr. R was at 96 in this kill. Just because he wasn't ready. Maybe I need to actually, like, implement this kind of, but that's wild. Mr. R goes for some footstool stuff, which is cute, but could have just got some guaranteed percent. Goes for it again, gets some there. So, there's the first opening. Doesn't get anything off of it. Gets the second opening with the up airs. This is the coolest thing. I'm gonna make a video on this soon. This is what I like to call the Ryu Vortex. At low percents on like characters that fast fall, you can do down throw up air, and then if they do manage to air dodge, you just land and you either re-grab. I think like in this situation where he air dodges, I would have grabbed again and gone for more down throw up airs. But he just chooses to jab, which is totally fine too. And right here, this is the game ender. We were talking earlier about Mr. R air dodging into the ground. He does it again, and he dies. That's all there is to it. So basically, what happened in this game is Venom didn't really fix his like offstage stuff, but Mr. R didn't capitalize on it quite as hard. And he just took more off of his openings. He literally only needed 2 openings to finish that second stock. Because he realized Mr. R was air dodging into the ground. He charged a focus to punish it and killed. Alright, so they go back to FD for the third game. This is really interesting. They played on FD all 3 games. Good get out of the combo there from Venom. That's what you should do to get out of combos as Ryu. You don't want to try and do like a Shoryu or a Tatsu, because if that you miss that, then you're like dead. He tries the focus, dashes out, and gets out. Oh, Mr. R is going for some cheeky spacing here. Look at this. He tries to stand just out of reach, but he was like just a little bit too close. Oh, see, Venom scheming for this again. He gets that first hit, and he schemes for that air dodge into the ground, and he does call out the air dodge, but he wasn't close enough to the ground for it to mean anything. So he's doing like good at like calling out habits and stuff, which is really important. You need to find those patterns early. So he's having some trouble getting back on stage here. So there, he gets killed really early by this 50-50. He does an air dodge, and he gets caught by it. So now Mr. R is at a huge advantage. He gets focus attack though. This was really janky. So basically what happened here is, this is like a little bit hard to explain, but I totally understand why Venom missed this. So what happens here is he comes down with this focus and he hits Mr. R right here, right? He connects with it right here and he thinks he's on the ground when he connects, right? Like right here, it looks like he's on the ground when he connects this. So he tries to dash out, right? And he expects Ryu to do his grounded dash where he like steps out, right? So he waits for that like step out, but it never happens because he gets stuck slightly above the ground when it hits. So when he, like, you can see his foot, like he's in the air when that connects. So when he dashes out, he's actually like stuck in midair for a while there. That's really interesting. So when he lands on the ground, he has no leg whatsoever. He waits for that dash to happen, which never comes. So he expects himself to be even further over to the left. So he does a jump forwards to get to Mr. R. But he doesn't need a jump forwards because he's right beside Mr. R. So he was going to go for the dare Shoryuken here and just kill. But he missed. So he turns and he does capitalize with a down tilt. And he goes down tilt straight into focus. Which is wild. I haven't seen this before. Reads the spot dodge, connects, hits a back air. So does end up getting a good punish off of it, but yeah, he did recover quite well. Misses a confirmed there off that up tilt. I would like to see Venom incorporate some of the run forward turnaround stuff. Because when he runs in, it's pretty obvious what he's going for. Yeah, he goes for the random Tatsu again. It's not worth it in most situations. If you hit it once in the set before, you're not going to hit it again. Does get the up tilts. And yet again, this is something small because he did still get this kill. But he gets the first two up tilts. And you got to be able to confirm off of one. Like, that third one, Mr. R DI'd pretty far away from. And if he had better SDI, he would have just been gone. And so that's something to think about. So now, Venom's at 127%. Mr. R uses needles the wrong way, uses Nair the wrong way. So it should be 2 openings for Ryu. There's the first one, gets up to 34%, and he just needs 1 more. It could be a Nair, it could be a focus attack, it could be a weak fair, it could be a down air. There's a lot of things that would start this. Up tilt. Down tilt, probably not. Back air, maybe. He gets a forward air there, and now he just needs an up tilt. And he gets it. Ramen just drops the shield. And in this situation, this is really bad because Ryu has rage and he's in the corner up tilting you. So it's like you have like 2 options. You can either roll behind Ryu or you can wait for him to stop up tilting. And I guess Mr. R thought he was going to stop up tilting and he never did. Oh, so that's all there really is to that. Oh no, Ramen's upset. It's a wild matchup. I honestly think it is in Ryu's favor. But, points for both sides. Venom, the good combos, like what he needed to do. He got the number of openings he needed to actually like finish off the stocks in a timely manner. But his recoveries were kind of sloppy. He jumped a lot out of immediately jumped out of a lot of things and kind of made his recovery have to be a little bit awkward. And Mr. R just had to work on actually edge guarding those situations a little bit harder. as well as a little bit of finding stocks. He had a little bit more trouble than Void did in a few of those previous, or that previous set with Chonchu. So I think that's all I've got for this one. It's interesting that they went to FD every game. But yeah.